What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another segment of the It's Just Work podcast. College basketball picks of the week. What week are we on? I don't even. I think it's week 11.
11?
I think we're on week
Yeah,
11.
11.
Yeah, we're flowing, man. We're flowing.
There we go.
Another week conference play. Let's get right into it. We have Iowa State at Kansas Tuesday 9 p.m. Who you got? This is a tough one.
It is a tough one. So Iowa State, my opinion, has cooled off a little bit in their play since the early in the year. But I don't I don't really Kansas for whatever reason, I just have not fully 100% bought in yet.
Mhm.
I just think here I like Iowa State. It's such a tough one though, because Peterson's back supposedly. I just think Iowa State, that was such an impressive win at Purdue and the way they handled them. And I just think they're still playing at a very high level. Kansas is headed in the right direction, but they're just not like even TCU. And TCU, I think, is underrated. Like they should have lost that game. I just don't think versus a top end team. I like Iowa State here.
Yeah. I'm looking at Kansas took a tough loss at West Virginia. Iowa State is still undefeated. What's it called? Allen Fieldhouse is obviously
Yeah.
one of the hardest places to play in. They rarely lose there. I think Kansas's athleticism and physicality could be a little factor for this Iowa State team. I don't know. Well, obviously, Iowa State they played St. John's earlier in the season,
Yep.
so they played St. John's. They played a couple teams that have that similar in terms of like physicality, speed, and quickness in terms of Kansas. But I haven't really been playing them like a Purdue team. Like they're a much different team than Purdue, in my opinion. So at home, hopefully Darren Peterson can play the whole game. We've seen Kansas; they were on a roll for a little minute, so they're a good team. I think
Yeah.
there would be a ranked team by the end of the year for sure. So I think I'm gonna rock with Kansas on this one. But I do think it'll be a close game. I see Kansas pulling it out. That must be good.
Yeah. Should be close.
Yeah, moving on, we have Iowa at Purdue Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Who you got?
Both teams have actually been playing pretty well recently. Purdue's been a little under the radar here. I do like Purdue. I
Yeah,
think they're playing really well right now. I'm gonna go, yeah, Purdue here.
yeah. I just think Purdue is a better team. They're at home. They play a similar style with Iowa in terms of like slower pace. They're gonna run their stuff. I just think Purdue's just a more talented team, more experienced team. Just overall, they have a little bit more size. They're at home. I think everything just falls Purdue's way this game, and I'm gonna go with them as well. It'll be a great point guard matchup though. Bennett
Yeah,
Sturt versus Braden Smith. I'm excited to see that.
yeah, I think the few times I've watched Iowa and they've been disappointing, they've just really struggled against the big physical teams, and Purdue is the wrong team to kind of, go
All right.
against that. So I just don't think Iowa up front matches up well with them at all.
Yeah. So I mean, it'll be. Like I said, I'm interested to see this point guard matchup. Who guards Bennett Sturts? I don't. They'll probably put no CJ Cox on him for sure.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. So Cox would be on him, and then they'll figure out everything else. But hopefully, it's a good game. Moving on, we have BYU at Texas Tech Saturday 8 p.m. BYU is one of the hottest teams in the country. Not Darren Peterson. AJ DeBansta's on this crazy streak of 20 plus points games. But going against the Texas Tech team who's really good, they showed they can be really good. Beat a tough Duke team. I would say Christian Anderson, JT Toppin running that team. So it'll be a good game. But who do you got?
BYU just played Utah on the road, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
Utah's not very good.
Right?
I don't know if anyone's watched them play, but not very good, and that was a close game.
Yeah.
I honestly think Texas Tech is probably the mm, BYU's played better the whole season, but I think right now they're playing right now. I would go with Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech wins this one, and I actually think they win this one double digits.
I see that. I think when you think about these conference road games, like I just said, with Iowa State, they're like 15, 16-0. BYU's 15-1. It's gonna come to a point we saw with Michigan, like they're gonna lose. You know what I'm saying? So
It's a great
we're
point
on
you
the
make,
road to
yeah.
a team that versus Texas Tech, who beat a Duke team already. They have some really good quality wins at home. Like it's hard to do that. So I have Texas Tech as well on this one. Um, but it'll be a good matchup to see. AJ DeBancy going against a pretty physical, tough defense. So.
Yeah, I would say what struggles things about BYU that I don't love is sometimes their offense just gets so stagnant. I
Hmm.
do not like that against good teams on the road in conference play that's scout heavy. And then JT Toppin in this game. Kata's not a bad rim protector. It could get ugly though with JT Toppin down there, so I don't
Hmm.
like their matchups at all here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting though. Next, we have Florida at Vanderbilt. Obviously, Vanderbilt, I think they're 16-0 as well, so they're one of the best teams in the country. That's Saturday at 2 p.m. Who do you got on that one?
Oh man, but just like you kind of talked about, right? These undefeated teams that they're bound to lose one. So I'll give two teams, for example, Nebraska and Vanderbilt.
Hmm.
I think Vanderbilt is actually really good. Like I
Yeah,
think they're a Final Four championship level team. But I also think Florida is very underrated. I think people don't think they're in that tier. I think they're closer to that tier than what people say. Ah, this is such a tough game. I I think Florida's due. I think they're going to go on a little bit of a run here. I like Florida. I think they win. Um, Man, you're also making me really doubt my Iowa State pick. I'm gonna keep that, but
uh,
I
well,
I will go.
they're good teams, but they're not. Hopefully, that's
Yeah, I'll go with Florida here. Vanderbilt's playing really well. It's hard for me to argue against them, but Vanderbilt's also not a team that particularly rebounds that well from what I've watched. They're not a
right.
great like physically imposing team.
Right.
That is the wrong uh,
Yeah.
problem or slight concern to have against Florida. Florida's due for a big win, like on the
Hmm.
road. They've had
Hmm.
too many games this year, haven't gone their way. They're due for some positive regression, and I think Vandy's due for some negative regression.
I agree, and I think Florida's just a mismatch nightmare for a lot of teams because their starting five is Boogie and Xavier.
If Boogie Flan and Xavier Lee can keep playing how they're playing, they're
Yeah,
one of the best teams in the
that's
country.
what I'm saying. Like if your team's big, they got guards. If your team is guard heavy, they got bigs that can dominate you. And obviously, they took a tough loss in Missouri, but next game after that played Georgia, beat them by 15, beat Tennessee by dang near 30 points. So they're a team that's just figuring out right now. And their bigs, even Chinny Lou is getting much better. He had a great game last game. Boogie, obviously, we just mentioned had a great game last game as well. So they're a mismatch nightmare, I feel like, for a lot of teams. And I don't think it'll be easy, but I do think that they'll take this one on the road at Vanderbilt. I think Vanderbilt's really good. I just don't think their inside presence is as good as Florida's, and I think Florida will kind of expose
Right.
that game. So, but we'll see. We'll see with that one. Next, let's move on to St. John's at Villanova. Some Big East action Saturday at 8 p.m. Who you got?
This is a tough one
Mm-hmm.
because my team is involved in this, but
Mm-hmm.
I think I've watched. This is a tough one.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
But it's too bad that I'm not going to do what I think is probably the right pick. I'm going to go with St. John's here. They've been playing really well the past two or three games.
Mm-hmm.
I think Villanova is a quality team. I just think St. John's, like, they just played on the road at Creighton, and Creighton won, like, they were hot. They won, like,
Mm-hmm.
six out of the last seven. They smoked them. Like, it was two different, like, teams playing.
Mm-hmm.
And Creighton could be, like, an NCAA tournament team, so we'll see. I like St. John's here. I think they're starting to get a little bit of a rhythm.
All right.
I'll go with that. Villanova's a very quality team though, so I can
Yeah.
see it's a tough one.
Yeah. I'm trying to find this game right now. That's Saturday. Oh yeah, it's not even on my phone for some reason. But okay. Um, yeah, I mean my first thought was St. John's. Like you kind of said, they're finding their rhythm. They're a team that people thought could be a Final Four team early on, so they have the talent. It's just at this point they got to kind of just figure it out. And all you really need is like a couple of games to string together and kind of take it off. So I haven't really gotten a
100%.
chance to watch Villanova for a full game. I know there's some pretty good players, Cam Lewis, a couple other guys that
Bryce Lindsey's very solid too in transfer.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's good. He's good. So, yeah, I think we'll go with St. John's. I think their athleticism, length, size down low with Zuby's gonna be a problem for Villanova. Um, so I'm gonna go with St. John's as well on this one.
Very tough week this week. This week it could be like a this could be a tough week for
Yeah,
picks.
yeah. All these games go either way, literally.
Yeah.
So that's why we chose them. That's why we chose them. Last game on the schedule for us is Arkansas at Georgia, Saturday, 4 p.m. Arkansas took a pretty bad loss to Auburn this past weekend. Georgia started off very hot. They're kind of slowing down a little bit. Um, I don't know how I feel about Georgia so far, but who do you have in that one?
Arkansas did just take a tough loss. Georgia to me was never as good as what they were most highly ranked recently.
Happens every year with them, or the past
Right,
few years.
right. And I just think Arkansas off a loss here. This is a get right spot for them. I like Arkansas.
Yeah, I agree. Um, I think what was that? Five picks for the same again this time?
No, 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 no. We had two different ones.
Oh, so four. Okay, that's
We
solid.
had
I'll take that.
Iowa State, Kansas was different, and then one more was different. I'm looking at it now. Uh,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
was Texas Tech,
Nah.
Texas Tech,
Purdue,
BYU picked the
Florida.
same,
Nah, bro, we got all five. So I'm picking
except for
Arkansas.
except for Iowa State, Kansas.
Yeah. So we have
Okay.
five the same, right? One,
Oh,
two,
excuse
three.
me. I
Yeah.
don't know if do we have 5 games or 6 games?
We have six.
Okay, so yeah, we
No, we
picked
have
all.
six,
You're right.
five. Okay, so I'm going with Arkansas as well. Like I said, Georgia, not every year, but the past few years, they started off super good and got into that like 22, 23 spot. And once conference play kind of started, they did not look as good. But I think Arkansas is just a better team just all around. Like, honestly, from every position, especially the guard position. So, and Arkansas coming off a tough loss where they just got smacked on the road. Hopefully, Cal can have them ready and they kind of just show out. But, um, yeah, so I'm gonna go with Arkansas on that one as well. A couple games I will be surprised if like we don't get right will definitely be this Arkansas game. And
Really?
if Georgia wins, I'll be surprised. I'll be like, okay, good for Georgia, honestly, because I don't
Yeah,
think.
I would be surprised.
And then probably Iowa Purdue, I'll be surprised, but that's kind of given. But then if
Yeah,
BYU beats Texas Tech, I'll kind of be surprised as well.
yeah.
So, but yeah, quick little episode again. Six picks. Oh yeah, I forgot to do our what's it called?
While Chuck's looking at our possible, see if we can do a record, I will say we're starting to get to the point now of me and Chuck's record. The
That's what we
record
do.
is what it is,
That's what we
right?
do.
So
On the
you
record. Exactly.
follow, see where we're
Yeah,
at.
yeah. Tell him, Steve.
Cause
We
I'll
not
just give a
we
quick,
not know people that don't know ball. We both went 5-1 last week.
yeah.
My record's 36-21. Steve is 35-22. Now maybe you could chalk that up as the past 2 weeks we had the same picks, but I would chalk that up as we just know ball. So,
That's right.
like I said, tap in with us, man. Make sure
Yeah,
are taking our picks if you have confidence in us.
that's right.
But if you have constructive criticism, if you don't believe in our picks, let us know in the comments below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications. We appreciate the support throughout the whole channel. And yeah, Steve, you got any closing words for the guys?
Yeah, just say that it's always good to say, in a group setting with your friends, like who the right winner is, and what better place to learn that than with us. So
No, it's just work, man. It's just work, man.
that's right.
No, we appreciate you guys. See you next week.